You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
Kicking up your 11 minutes of nonstop news with the check of your forecast.
Chesley, how's our Monday morning looking?
Oh, it's looking beautiful. If you got plans for spring break, maybe take the kid out to do some fishing. Yeah, 75 degrees for the afternoon high temperature under mostly sunny skies today. It will be a nice warming out there with the winds on the light side. Changes coming our way by tomorrow, though. We start off dry early morning. By the time we get to 9, 10 o'clock, expect some strong winds to accompany a few thunderstorms pushing into our area. They'll be with us at least through noon, maybe around 3 o'clock before things begin to settle over toward the east of our area. By the time you're driving home, things will begin to subside. That's round one. We got another round coming in as well. We'll talk about in the full forecast coming up. Guys, back to you.
We're following breaking news right now out of Midtown Atlanta. Police tell us they found a man shot and killed outside Dagny Midtown Apartments. That's on Juniper Street. Police say they believe the victim was targeted and they're looking at surveillance video in the area that could help them identify a suspect. This is still early on in this active investigation. We'll keep working to get you more details. Well, coming up here in just a little bit, Atlanta's mayor is getting ready for his first State of the City address. And one of the biggest issues we all want to hear about, of course, is crime.
And then his speech is coming off the heels of another deadly shooting that happened early Sunday morning in Buckhead. Another person was killed in a senseless fight that then turned into gunfire. Christy Diaz has the latest.
That shooting happened outside of a cluster of bars on Roswell Road in Buckhead, a place that has seen shootings at least twice before in the last year. This shooting happened outside of a place called Dive Bar and killed 27-year-old Malcolm Collins. At this point, police say there are no suspects. You can expect Mayor Andre Dickens to address that shooting over the weekend and violent crime across the city in general. Since taking office in January, Dickens has been laser focused on crime and in the weeks since has held press conferences with Atlanta police, state reps and senators, and community leaders to talk about different ways to tackle violent crime and resolve community disputes differently. Now, he spent most of his inaugural address talking about violent crime and ways to combat that. So I expect he'll spend a good portion of his State of the City address talking about what he's done in the weeks since taking office. His address starts at 7:30 this morning. Guys, back to you.
All right, just about 40 minutes away. Right now, DeKalb County Police are asking for help finding a missing middle school student. Take a good look at your screen here. This is 13-year-old Terry Dawson. She was last seen in the Stone Mountain area on Saturday near Millard Road. Police say she was wearing a white shirt, black pants, and a crossbody purse. If you see Terry or have any idea where she is, please give police a call.
Developing this morning, a mother's heartbreak after her 17-year-old son is gunned down outside of his barbershop. Clayton County Police now searching for whoever did this. A small memorial now sits outside the barber's lab in honor of Anthony McLean. Investigators say the teen was shot and killed Saturday outside of his business on River Station Boulevard. Nora Huff says Anthony used the barbershop to give back to his community.
He said because we deserve that on the south side. You shouldn't just be able to go to Buckhead to have a shop, to come in a shop that looks like this.
McLean was in college and received his license to cut hair. He had his own chair right in the front of the shop, which he opened with his mother. Right now, police have not said what led to the shooting.
It is a tradition unlike any other, and Tiger Woods may be part of it all again this year after all. The Masters begin Thursday in Augusta, and Tiger is in Georgia to practice. He says it will be a tee-time decision whether he's going to compete. Tiger has only participated in one competition since he suffered serious leg injuries.
Sine Die Day at the Gold Dome. It is the last day of the legislative session, and while things are wrapping up, there's still several bills lawmakers want to get passed. Jerry Carnes is in studio this morning to walk us through what's on the table. Jerry.
Good morning, Aisha. Although today brings an end to the 2022 legislative session, issues from 2 years ago linger. From Election Day polls to street protests, the events of 2020 are still around. The protests that filled the streets of Atlanta in the summer of 2020 are still on the minds of Georgia state legislators. A proposed bill that lawmakers will consider on the final day of this year's legislative session would require a permit for any assembly. Known as the Safe Communities Act, it would also increase penalties for anyone who violates the law during a protest. Another proposal, still alive in the state legislature, could impact our election process. If approved, it would, among other things, put the GBI in charge of investigating allegations of election fraud and allow the public to inspect paper ballots. Another proposal would allow fans of social media to sue if their posts are removed or altered due to objections over the views they express. And lawmakers are still considering a bill that could reduce the amount we pay in state income tax. There are proposals to erect monuments to honor Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas and late U.S. Representative John Lewis. We'll be watching throughout the day and let you know what happens.
All right, Jerry, a lot to keep an eye on. Thank you. Time right now is 6:56.
Here's a look at the stories you need to know before you head out the door this morning. We are just about 30 minutes away from Atlanta's mayor giving his first State of the City address. Mayor Andre Dickens is expected to address any progress his administration has made on curbing crime and creating more affordable housing. Two issues he says are priorities. We'll stream the speech live on the 11 Live app for you starting at 7:30.
Governor Brian Kemp is expected to put pen to paper this afternoon and sign the mental health parity bill into law. It requires insurance companies to provide the same kind of coverage for mental health as they would for physical health.
In just a few hours, jury selection begins in the trial for a Baldwin County man accused of killing this UGA professor. Prosecutors say Marcus Lillard killed his girlfriend Marianne Shockley at his friend's home in May of 2019. He initially said Shockley drowned in a hot tub, but an autopsy later revealed she was strangled.
Today marks 54 years since the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The King Center is marking the occasion with a wreath-laying ceremony. That event starts at 3 this afternoon at the King Center on Auburn Avenue. Members of the King family will be joined by Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens.
All right, let's take a look at our forecast for today. Starting you off at noon today, we'll be looking at temperatures right around 63 degrees. Partly to mostly sunny skies all the way through. We'll reach a high today of about 75. That's going to be mighty nice out there. By the time we get to 6, you're driving home. Still got that sunshine. Temperature's still around 75 degrees. We'll be falling off into the 40s for overnight lows tonight. Then the rain comes in tomorrow. So let's prepare ourselves for a weather-aware day.
Hope you got some good plans. Aisha and I are still trying to figure it all out.
I know. We're not those moms who have the plans. We're going to do it next year, Cheryl.
Email us your ideas, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning for 11 Alive Morning News.